America. Tonight, it's the Hot List. Some common sense solutions to the stories where the mainstream media is just not doing their job. How are we going to pay for health care reform? Well, tax the rich, of course. That is the plan of our old friend, Congressman Charlie Rangel, chairman of the Tax Writing Committee. He calls, quote, the moral thing to do is that. But Congressman Rangel is still working out his own tax issues. Let's review here. Mr. Rangel owns a rental property at the Punta Cana Yacht Club in the Dominican Republic. Ooh, it's beautiful. It's a luxury beachfront villa in an area where villas rent from $500 to $1,100 per night. But last summer, the National Legal and Policy Center looked at Mr. Rangel's financial forms. For 2004 and 2005, he reported no more than $5,000 in income from the property. Oh, God, I hope he can make it. And then in 2006 and 2007, no income at all from that nice villa there by the sea. Oh, it's so sad, but interesting, because last year it was booked from mid-December to mid-April. And no income? Really? Reminder, he's the chairman of the Tax Writing Committee. First, Rangel blamed his wife, which I'm sure went over really well. Then he blamed the Dominicans speaking Spanish. They're speaking this dog language or something, I don't know. Then he pleaded ignorance. When he finally admitted his mistake, aka not paying his taxes on income of $75,000, he promised to fix his tax returns. I'm gonna pay up. The deadline, you'll be happy to know, is May 15th, which is tomorrow, of course. Wait, hold on. I think my watch stopped. It's almost August. Yes, America, it's been 73 days since the deadline has come and gone. Did you know that? Have you heard that anywhere? As of last week, he hasn't paid. Hasn't updated the... By the way, did I tell you he's the chairman of the Tax Writing Committee? I was just wondering, where is the media? Where is that fourth branch of government, trying to keep these people down? Can you imagine? Imagine if Dick Cheney would have done this? They would have had piano wire in the town square by now. Hello? Why are you, America, hearing this from me, a rodeo clown with a TV show? And what if you forgot to pay your own taxes? And you said, I wrote this, but I didn't really? I gotta pay that, huh? It applies to me too? What would happen to you? Congressman, your place in the Dominican Republic sounds very, very nice. I have an idea. How about all the people who did pay their taxes, because there's a few of them, most of them not in government, but the few of us that did pay our taxes, how about we get to go use your villa for free? And in the meantime, we can put you up at taxpayer expense. It'll be a smaller place, about 8 feet by 8 feet, but it'll be nice, and 3 squares every day. And remember, when Republican Senator Arlen Spector finally came clean and switched to Democrat, back in April, he actually had the audacity to say this.
Personal independence or my own approach to individual issues. I will not be an automatic 60th vote.
That's right. Of course not. Website 538.com started tracking his votes, specifically contentious votes, where the votes are almost split by party lines, and they are the ones that really count. As a Republican from January through March, he voted 58% with the Democrats. But then a poll came out, put him 14 points behind his Republican primary rival. He suddenly became supportive of the Republicans, voting with the Democrats only 16% of the time, because they were very, very wrong, and I'm sure all that's a coincidence. Then after he switched parties, he voted with the Democrats 69% of the time, which is another weird coincidence. But now that he has a Democratic Party challenger in Joe Seastack and Senator Spector needs to vote again, he's voting with his new party 97% of the time. Senator, I gotta tell you, I am so glad that you haven't changed your own personal independence, because you're a wildcatter. That's who you are, a maverick. You're not a flip-flopper. You are a shameful opportunist, Senator, and you should go home. You've been in Washington too long. Now, the Washington Post reports that the Government Accountability Office is slamming the Department of Homeland Security for concluding, did it just get windy in here? For concluding that they could safely handle a research facility for highly infectious, dangerous animal diseases, but it's not what they were trying to keep safe, it's where they wanted to put it. Yes, in Tornado Alley, Kansas. I mean, what could possibly go wrong there? The Government Accountability Office says Homeland Security did like an outhouse, just like when somebody closed the door. The securities are relied on a flawed study to justify spending $700 million to build the research facility filled with diseases. This is one of those things they wanted a shovel-ready project. It's great. Oh, it's shovel-ready. And we have the shovel, so let's dig our own graves, too. They're putting this now in tornado-prone area of Kansas. Also, the DHS greatly underestimated the chance of accidental release of the diseases. The lab plans to study the highly contagious foot and mouth disease, African swine fever, and Japanese encephalitis, Rift Valley fever, and other horrible-sounding diseases. This is research which in the past has only been conducted on an island off of the United States. Remember, in 2001, do you remember the whole, UK outbreak of, thanks, I'll save this for later, of foot and mouth disease? It came from an accidental release at a research laboratory in London. That country spent $5 billion slaughtering animals to stop the spread. All right, I think these guys are getting way too into. Here's a tip. If you're going to grow highly infectious, disastrous diseases, maybe you should consider putting a lab someplace different than this, not in Tornado Alley. And that is your hot list.
Did you hear what crazy Glenn Beck did now?
He actually brought a gun to the movie theater.
Did anybody make it out alive? This is breaking news.